Dear students, here we are going to learn personal ethics and introduction of personal ethics, principle of personal ethics, meaning, emotional honesty, virtue of humility, promote happiness, karma yoga, proactive, flexibility and purity of mind. Ethics is a combination of wrong and good things, right and wrong things. Introduction. Personal ethics is a category of philosophy that determines that what an individual believes about morality and right and wrong things. This is usually distinguished from business ethics or legal ethics. Personal ethics are the basic principles and values that govern interaction among individuals. No evil, here we can say see, hear, speak. It is Gandhiji's three pots. Personal ethics are the basic principle. It is a combination of right and wrong things. What is influence personal ethics, in which we can say school, media, peers, religion, family, friends, etc. Current scenario in ethics: don't be the three monkeys, open your eyes to justice, speak out for the truth, listen up to whistleblowers, blowers. All three monkeys scenario of all three monkeys can be changed for achieve good ethics or perform good ethics. You must open your eyes, you must speak well for fight with truth or fight for truth, and listen every inputs which are given to you. Emotional honesty. Honesty refers to truthfulness, integrity, and trustworthiness. Emotional honesty means expressing your true feelings. Emotional intelligence, emotional awareness, emotional honesty. We can easily share our true feelings with emotions that is explained over here. Virtue of humility. Virtue means behavior showing high moral standards. Humility means the quality of having a modest or low view of one's importance. Virtue we can consider as a noun, a beneficial quality, feature or trait leading to excellence, advantage or goodness. Humility means as a noun, the characteristics of being humble, humbleness in character and behavior, must be a good behavior. That is a combination of virtue of humility. The greatest virtues are those which are most useful to the other persons. Humility means it's not the thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less, thinking of other self more. Do not think only for yourself. That is called humility. Types of virtues. Honesty, first one. In addition to moral unity and integrity, public spiritual virtues are focused on the good of the client and the wider public affected by one's work. Teamwork are those that are especially important in enabling professionals to work successfully with other people, can work in group, can work in one team. That is considered over here. Proficiency are the virtues of masters of one's craft, in particular master of technical skill. Promote happiness. Happiness is the mental or emotional state of well-being characterized by positive or pleasant emotion ranging from contentment to intense joy. Always promote happiness or share happiness to your team, to your colleague, to your friends. to social. Deontology versus utilitarianism. Deontology, the end of does not justice the means. Utilitarianism, the end of justifies the means. Possess one of result. This applies even in fact harm an innocent person. Deontology deals with intentions and motives. The former say in concern with whether an act is intrinsically right or wrong, while the later system believes that only the consequences of an act are important. Here we have difference. First one, deontological rule-based view of ethical was first proposed by Immanuel Kant, which therefore commonly known as Kantian ethics. Teleological ethics was introduced by Jeremy Bentham, developed by John Stuart Mill, which also known as utilitarianism. Goodness or badness is determined by action, while other side goodness or badness is determined by the result or outcomes. In deontological, the only behavior that can be considered and one that has goodwill behind it. Another side can justify the behavior as ethical if it processes greatest good for the greatest number. Here is a comparison. Next one is Karma Yoga, of the yoga of action, is a form of yoga based on the techniques teachings of Bhagavad Gita, a scarce Sanskrit script of Hinduism. Of the three paths of realization, Karma Yoga is a process of achieving perfection in selfless action. Karma Yoga is primary and practice of self-service, of humility or humanity, whereby a spiritual seeker attempts to give their actions selflessly without hoping for merit, fame or glory. It is for health, wealth, these trends of a human being to have attaching to reward from action in term in Bhagavad Gita, the fruit of action, the meaning whatever one might gain from action, especially from the observation. Here example of Karma Yoga, the whole essence of Bhagavad Gita preaches Karma Yoga. It is the yoga of action. Do good and be good. Do your job with complete dedication. Don't expect anything in return. Dedicate entire work to Supreme Being the God. Karma Yoga means paying attention to the journey without getting work up to the arrival of the destination. Fear based and love based. You repeat what you sow. Karma is the consequence, both good and bad, that are brought to you based on your action. Good and bad, you are judged for your action. On the law basis, karma is a gift that brings you lesson for your soul's personal growth and will continue to bring these lessons back around until you have learned them. Proactive, it means acting in advance to deal with expected difficulties. Do not wait till your boss or your head will guide you to do solve the matters. While you getting any problem in any matter, you must solve it before intimate by someone, tending to initiate changes rather than reacting to events, being protective in increase our awareness of our parad- paradigms. Here we have one example. While boss is saying to uh, junior that you need to be proactive, start taking responsibility for goof ups. Don't wait for me to blame you. Solve it before I blame you. That is the solution. Being proactive, having initiative is extremely important. Most people are reactive instead of proactive. Successful people are successful simply because they are more proactive than ordinary people. Ordinary people wait for the things happen and then only they will do something about it. For example, most people will wait for their boss to tell them what to do before they start their work. This is one of the most powerful habits you must adopt in your life. You want to be success. Successful people are not more lucky than other. It's just they are more proactive than most people. Flexibility and purity of mind. Flexibility requires an open mind and welcoming of new alternatives. Our thoughts are impossible, reasonable for our actions. Our thoughts are responsible for our actions. Our mental conditions determines our character and the quality of our life. The Bhagavad Gita teaches that a controlled mind acts as our friend and helps us to live moral and spiritual life. An uncontrolled mind, on the other hand, is our enemy and acts against interest. Thank you.